Taurus Yang, hello. Come on in. These readings are all for growth, evolution, transformation. Yours. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over your line here. We're going to go the Yang Taurus for the moment. Then we're going to go to your binary star and check out what's going on with them. And we'll finish up with what I call archetypal 2-minute drill. And we're going to start right now. Please keep in mind that these are general readings, and of course they can resonate. We're going to stay general. If you're interested in getting more specific in terms of energy vectors that we might see between these cards, these lines, my contact information is down below. Get in touch with me. We'll do something more specific for you particular. Yang, your line. What is an Ace of Cups represent? Okay. You're obviously sitting in a world where there's something burbling, percolating through your spirit and through your soul and through your heart in this case. And it's wanting out. It's wanting to be released into a mode where it can flourish, grow, take off, and see its life cycle begin. When I first dealt these cards, I got a 2 of Wands here, and then I've got to show you these. So here's your Ace of Cups, water. Here's 2 of Wands, Mars and Aries. Here's your 8 of Wands, Mercury and Sagittarius. So you're surrounded by fire. Your whole mentality, that embryo that's in your soul that wants to be birthed. And when I dealt these cards, it came out feeling like you needed inspiration. You needed energy to do this. You knew what you wanted to do and where you wanted to go, but that you needed energy. It's pretty full of energy, as it turns out. It's kind of like in a sense, the endeavor here is kind of like an outdoor sport. It's got that kind of a dynamic of you're out in the world, you're in one way or another interacting with nature on a big scale, and there are challenges, and it's something that is invigorating, and mind you, the 8 of Wands, but it's also challenging, mind you, the 2 of Wands. And it wants to go forward, but it wants to be taken accordingly, right? I mean, you get that, I'm sure. So that, it's not like you're going to mix up rock climbing with mountain biking, right? They are not the same. So you're going to come at it with the appropriate, if you really want the best out of it, you're going to come at it with the appropriate mental focus, which is, I'm rock climbing. I am not mountain biking. And that's your challenge for this adventure. But your energy is such that the only thing you would have to do is moderate it, because you got a wonderful overabundance of energy here to bank off of, to draw from, etc. That's your line. So whatever it is that wants out and wants to have life in your Ace of Cups moment here, let it out and get ready for the races, because the fire will come alive the moment you turn the key, open the door to birthing that Ace of Cups exercise. So now let's go to your binary star line and just get ready for wonderment, right? Because look at this. Under the Ace of Cups, we've got an Ace of Pentacles. Underneath the 2 of Wands, we have and 8 of Swords, and under the 8 of Wands, we have the 2 of Wands, right? So here's a connection right here between you and your binary star. But I mean, these cards are virtually the same kinds of energies in different realms. This being the realm of the heart and the emotions, this being the realm of some kind of earthly endeavor. So let's stay with the motif of the outdoor sport and say that your binary star would like to also kick something off, also birth something, and maybe together you can put it in a way or operate under the umbrella concept that you're going in the same direction. In other words, if you take away the details, what you've got is you've got creative energy and a new beginning, and you've got creative energy and a new beginning with everything is potential. So, I mean, how cool could that be? You got a grounded heart, if you will, grounded heart. That's cool. That's something that you could really operate with. And then you go into this thing, and I'm not going to go into the vectors right now, but then you go into this thing where there's a diagonal motif going on here where you have the similarities. You got 2 of Wands and 2 of Wands here. How does that function going this way and this way? Right? And then you've got an 8 of Wands and 8 of Swords here. How does that function? Well, with your binary star, the way it functions is that earthly endeavor has got the same earmarks as yours, but in a different juxtaposition. So that the that sense of the balanced energy of the 8s, where you've got 4 in the heavenly and 4 on the mundane plane, that kind of a balance. In this case, your binary star is seeing that as the course of action to deal with first. You want to deal with a challenge and be selective about where you're going. Your binary star wants to take action at an advanced level, kind of get on the horse as if you already know how to ride and how to jump fences, right? And then the challenge for your binary star comes in then, that there's a solution that she's seeing, and I use he, she, just like it's the sacred feminine, in your case, yang, Taurus yang. So she's reflecting your earthy nature back to you and sees that the rising to the challenge is the way to get the solution. You're rising to the challenge as the modus operandi, the MO, that's the way you step out. You step out, take that first step. So there's some pretty dynamic energies here, and they are wonderful. But you're the alchemists, you and your binary star young, and so do your alchemical thing, which means you got to be attached and focused and connected with your mind, heart, and spirit, right? All of them together. That gets you where you want to go, because it reveals its nature as you go along. You're not going to have all the answers right away, but they're there for your taking once you get in sync with the rhythm of the process. Let's do the archetypal 2-minute drill. What do you say? Energies that will be cascading from divine inspiration. We're kicking it off with a preparation for magnificence. Let's not look at this death card this time as just death. Let's look at where death is looking. towards the future, towards the next step. And what's the next step? Temperance. Boom. Angelic energy that's earth, that's connected with the earth. Rock and roll. You got to do some, as I was saying, staying connected with that inner world is your pathway to success. And this pathway goes through some more water. So it's almost like, Yang, you're taking the lead on this, whereas your binary star is going to support it in a very grounded way, a very practical way. But you're taking the lead in terms of, driving the operation itself. Like, how does it, where do you focus? Where do you focus as you're going to plod through your process? And last but not least, get ready for your lives to change. It's a life-changing experience. It's something that has a cyclic completion feeling to it. Okay, and that's because let's look at it numerologically. We've got, the first series that starts over from the one card, the Magician. So 1 numerologically and 10 equal 1, both, right? So this is another revisiting to that kind of a feeling of, I can tackle this, and this is the way I'm going to tackle it, and this is where I want to go. So your pathway is clear as you go. Answers are not to be expected in this particular reading all up front. It's like some kind of a gestalt, some kind of a quantum leap into total knowledge. It will unfold as you go. That's it for now. Thanks very much. See you next time.